Yo, what's up? This your boy S-Shata, here with Hot Waterz at DTF Radio with the homegirl StephLova. You know what I'm saying? We making moves. They're playing all the brand new music, no up and coming artists on the grind, you know what I'm saying? The #1 internet radio show. So I just here to show love because they show me love, you know what I'm saying? So I here have the big single with French Montana, Tap Back and Fade In. You know what I'm saying? We stay on the lead, as you can see me waving the Henny. Shout out Team Wasted. You know what I'm saying? And I get my mixtape coming out, tell it like it is, you know what I'm saying? For the real people out there, we're gonna keep it street with heat.
We tell it how it is, man. S-Shata, man. Hot Waterz.
That's right.
DTF Radio.
In the building.
Pablo X.
Shit.
S-Shata in the building. Say word.
Word.
Like I said, listen, I'm West Indian. We don't get a lot of rap. I think the last reggae artist we had was your man.
Been a ton of minutes.
He's nice with it too. He was at the Barclay ripping that shit.
Yeah, he turned out something crazy, man.
So big up to him. And now we got S-Shata. S-Shata, what's up, baby? How you doing?
Hey, what's up? Everything good? Live and direct in the house at DTF Radio with StephLova.
Everything good, you know. When they turn the I to an A, everything is good.
That's right.
Where you from, baby? You from the islands, right?
Yeah, I'm from St. Thomas, Virgin Islands.
No doubt. I was in St. Thomas like 2 years ago. That little small plane you got to get on from Puerto Rico. Woo!
Yeah.
Little nerve-wracking, but once you get there, it's a beautiful place to be. The whole island smells like seafood, man. Like any part of the island you go to, you can grab a lobster, crab, something or other. So did you grow up in traditional island life? Like that's you?
Yeah, I grew up in St. Thomas my whole life. I come up there when I was 19.
19? So you came up here as a grown man?
Yeah.
How much of a shock was this New York just craziness? Because island life is very laid back. It's extremely slow and you know what I mean? It's not downtown Manhattan.
Yeah, but this is something every kid dream of, coming to the Big Apple, so I was ready for it. I just take it head on.
Is that how you think about it? Like when you're in the islands, like everybody wants to come to New York. It's like New York, this mythic, far place that everybody just kind of indulges inside of and more and more or less.
Yeah, that's kind of like the big dream, you know what I'm saying? But seeing that from the U.S. Virgin Islands,
right?
Ain't international, that's domestic.
So you here legally, basically,
yeah.
But you're saying I ain't gonna be around one time.
I don't gotta run, you know what I'm saying?
No doubt. Yo, he kept it real with that one right there. So your background arena is hip hop, reggae, rock, R&B, soca, and calypso. So what would you classify yourself as, a reggae artist or international artist or what?
Yeah, that's international and entertainer. I love music altogether, so I can do some of everything.
Do you play any instruments, stuff like that?
Nah, the most I can do is hum the beat and leave somebody play for me.
That's it, huh? That's about what Puffy do, where he get half the credit for producing everything in Bad Boy. So that sounds about right. Alright, so let's hear something from S-Shata. We got something, and you have a feature on this one. Who's this on there with you?
This is Tap Back and Fade In. The feature is French Montana.
It is Tap Back and Fade In. That's a dope feature. Frenchie just dropped this album, so that's a good look for you all the way around.
Yeah, that's a good dude.
Shining right now. Frenchie just did his thing at, did he close down Summer Jam, I think?
Yeah.
He did his numbers. Hey, what was in the parking lot?
He was on the floor with it. Whoa.
Then he was 4 rows down. We'll find out how in a minute, but G-Money, let's get to a shot to this feature of French Montana. Remember when you heard it here first?
My top back and faded. My top back and faded. Panoramic, hard yard, show front door, we pulling up. BM dog, hot truck, 5 deep, 40K, Rodney Kings, hit my drum, snap back, top tools, back tools, crazy tools.
Because you got Frenchie, that nigga's the hottest nigga out right now. How'd you pull that one off, yo? I mean, what kind of
determination and a good grind.
I was about to say, what kind of favor he owed you, man? What kind of square you helped him out of? What kind of bricks you helped him move in a former life? Frenchie keeps it in the family. Like, if it's not like Chink Drugs or Rick Ross or Wale, I don't hear too much or some chick with a big butt like Nikki, or you know what I mean, Eve, or you know what I mean, Trina, somebody like that. So how'd that come about? Is that like an old verse? Keep it real.
Nah, I do it recently.
Nice.
I sit on it for like 2 months and then pour it out.
Got that bag, son. You see that?
Got
that bag one time. No, that's a great look, because like I said, Frenchie,
Shut up.
other than the money, he wouldn't really probably do something. I don't think that wasn't official.
Nah, well,
So that's an official look for you to get a cosign from a dude like that where he's at in his career right now. You know what I mean?
yeah, definitely.
5 years ago, it would have meant nothing. Today, his album dropping 2 weeks ago, that's a great springboard for you. But you don't really sound like a reggae artist. You sound like more just like a rapper to me, on that record anyway.
Yeah. See, I'm not a reggae artist. People that listen to my accent and be like, do you do reggae? I'd be like, no, I do music. I'll maybe do some reggae hooks. And every now and again use my accent, but as for straight reggae like Movado, Vice Cartel, I'm not that type of artist.
Please, no Vibes Cartel. 5 shades later, this nigga's damn near invisible. God damn.
Musically, he's still gifted, no matter how he looks. Like
Very much so, but I have to buy the album with my eyes closed because he looks wicked to me. So it says you have over 300 songs recorded. So what's the plan? Mixtape? You just trying to get it out? Because with a record like that with Frenchie, you're definitely gonna get some looks. You know what I mean?
I have a couple mixtapes on that tape right now. I do a mixtape with Lazy K, Superstar J, Trigger, P Exclusive out of Canada, and I have on my big cap. I just have to upload it, and I'm working on a new one right now.
Oh, so you're not new to this at all. Did you ever try to do the overseas things first? Because it seems like, you know, you being from, you know, St. Thomas and stuff, like they would embrace you quicker than they would here in the States.
Yeah, well, I didn't take a trip overseas as yet. That's in the making.
Right.
The only thing I do is work with a Canadian DJ.
Canada's like a baby New York.
Yeah.
Canada is like, they shoot a lot of movies up there too, because it looks so much like New York too. So come on, you gotta give us something a little live, baby, before you get out of here. I want to hear something. You got a beat, no reggae, because he's not a reggae artist.
I see that.
So give him some straight hip-hop tune and watch the boy box it up. Look, I can't help it. I'll be faking all day long.
Rhythm? He said rhythm up. He said rhythm up.
Rhythm up.
He said rhythm up.
S-Shata. Hit him on that Twitter. S-Shata.
Yeah.
Check him on that Instagram. On that pip right, he's live on the SL.
You know what you up and down when you back again to why you face in a shocking fence. Like a boss tight, name leak shit. Your life suck, kill yourself. That would be 10 stars. Once you hustle, they after you. And in the class, the rats, they say the places after you. So what you gotta do? Let's move around for me. From the haters, keep your name up for you. Cause you get it one chance, one crack, flip that, split that, take that, give it back. If you can't do it, then give it back. No pack, no money, that's a short dead trap. We just like Bonnie and Clyde, Shadow and Stella. Your word is your bonnet, so the change like the weather. You better don't throw dirt on your man, cause you caught up in the struggle and we stuck to the plan. I'm a child like Gucci, I only run with G's. How many dogs on front line, we don't fuck with these. I make some anti-kick, nobody touches me. Cause the niggas like, you can beat it up the teeth. You like bubble gum, I try and spit you out. What you talking to? I bring the booze out. I'm a stand-up guy, I'm that dude. And the streets are the inside, I eat your food. I give a fuck about a bitch, I'm about my dollars. I don't take with my dick, I'm about my dollars. Nobody got love for this, that's what I'm dead. Try to crack back and knock him in the head. Cause it's block outside, cause it's suicide. You want war, and be a homicide. That's right.
Shata!
S-Shata! She's been alive. Sadat X in the building, everybody. Say word.
Word.
We are in the presence of a legend. Please believe it. Does that freak you out when people say that? Because it freaks me out when people say that about me.
Yeah.
That to me equates to I'm old. Like, you trying to fucking say I'm old, bitch?
Yeah.
Like,
people introduce you.
smack your ass like I'm a youngin'.
Like
Chill. Still trying to eat out.
Yeah, don't put me in the grave.
Right after legend, they'll say an R.I.P.
Yeah.
But yo, playing that nice and smooth, hearing I don't know whose voice that was. Was that nice voice or smooth voice? That was smooth. Your voice is just as unique and smooth. You come from pretty much that era.
Yeah.
And Where did it come from? Like, I don't even know where to start, because you have one of the most recognizable voices in hip hop.
Well, it brought down at first because when we first went to the studio with Pablo, like Pablo, he'd already been out with the group before Mastering the Ceremony.
Oh yeah.
So what it was is he was
trying to be a group.
Nah, it wasn't.
Pablo was pretty much a soloist at that point. He was the MC, the Master of the Ceremony.
Exactly. It was supposed to be Pablo, putting me and Jamal. We were supposed to all be 3 soloist artists.
Okay.
Went to the studio, did a joint with Jazzy J, and it basically popped from there. But at first, Jay didn't like my voice at first. He didn't like it at first, and I was like, damn, this is Jazzy J, man. But then he was like, yo, he started to love that, so, you know, it was good. I never intended to be like that. That's just how it came out.
Your voice is wild, unique. People say that about me, and I guess, you know, we've talked about, you know, doing voice stuff. I'm surprised that you never got into doing
that's something that I'm trying
a lot of voice work, because your voice is super unique. You got like a guy's guy voice, you know what I'm saying? Like I could even see you like doing, we were talking about you doing like, you know, cartoons and stuff like Dora and shit.
I've done little things.
Dora, get out the woods, bitch!
I've done little things here and there, and I want to start doing it for real though. Be serious.
I think that's what would be what's up. But Brand Nubian, you guys are like the soundtrack to my college years.
That's what's up.
Slow Down is one of those records. One of those records. Everybody doesn't get one of those records. It's like a Benjamin's. It's like I don't even know what to compare it to.
Yeah, it's like one of the defining records.
How many times you think you performed that record?
Jeez, thousands. Every
I
time
would say
damn
near 100,000 times.
Every time.
Because I've heard it live at least 30 times.
Exactly. So whenever we do a show somewhere, even when I'm doing solo shows, I still got to do that. That's part of the repertoire always.
And Brand Nubian, I guess when did that song kick off? What year was that?
That was like, shoot, I remember that was actually, Slow Down was the last song we did on the album.
It usually works out like
we had to turn in the album the next day. We was in the studio because we tried to play with the sample one day and it didn't work. And we had a couple of hours before we turned in the album. And we did it all quick, fast like that. That was the last.
It sounded very organic.
Yeah.
Very like, not rushed, but very like, it just felt right.
Exactly.
And that song was, like I said, the soundtrack to my college years at Howard. And what's so funny about it is, where I lived at Howard, right down the hall, my man Mark the Spark lived there.
Yeah.
And I don't know, he was affiliated with y'all somehow. But when y'all came to town, y'all used to come to Mark's house to do your numbers here and there.
Well, you know, originally I went to Howard. I was in Cook Hall in the football dome. The dome
No way.
right over there. I was on the basketball scholarship at Howard. I was in the dome
Holy
right there.
shit, I didn't know that.
Somehow I wound up not making it to class. I got
That happened to me once or twice at Howard.
I was in the dome right there. Whatever the athletic.
That's the athletic dome. That's
right
cool.
over the football field because where my window was, I could look into the game right from the room.
Wow, that's something I never knew, yo. That's crazy.
And when I was down there, Puff was down there, D-Dot was down there, Harv, Pierre, all
It was Party Central down there, yo. How I got to Howard is, I remember reading Ebony magazine. The #1 party school was like Spelman. So I knew my mother wouldn't go for #1. #2 was Howard, and I got in there. I was like, yeah, ma, look, it's not the #1 party school. It's #2. You have nothing to worry about. But I do remember that y'all being right down the hall. It was like hip hop royalty. The building, yo. And Mark was so cool. I mean, those are memories I live with, man. So.
And he told me to holler at you because I told him I was coming in. Sparks in Vegas right now, but he said make sure you holler at
Jin Yu, yes, my man, all day. So let's get into some Brand Nubian, some classic. Then we got some up-to-date Sadat X.
Come on.
He is here, okay?
DX.
Hold that legendary status, all right? We'll say that at the eulogy and all that.
Yes.
But while he's here, he's grinding. So let's do it, baby. G Money, Sadat X, StephLova. We live right here, DTF Radio.
Let's get to my part, man. Let's get to my part one time. Let's get to my part.
I chant meeny, miny, mo. I wreck the mic like a pimp. I chant meeny, miny, mo. I wreck the mic. I chant meeny, miny, mo. I wreck the mic like a pimp and soda. Here's how it goes. I am a genius. I mean this. I shake this. You'll take this. I'm kind of fiendish. You wish that you could come into my neighborhood. Meaning my mental state. Still a 5'8". Crazy as I wanna be, cause I make it orderly. You can say I'm sort of the boss, so get lost. The brother who will make you change opinion.
Oh, I don't know, G Money, I can't tell you this, but either losing by 2, third tied it up. They just tied it up.
Exactly.
Boss is so soft. There's a Twinkie feeling.
Let's not even.
Spine.
Let's not even talk about him, please.
Goodness gracious! I can't believe they gave him all that bread.
I called the coach. I told him they need to trade him.
Yo.
We need an official big man on the Heat, man.
Him and the fucking bow ties, man. I just want to wrap that shit around his neck. I can tell LeBron is tired of them niggas, though. I'm sorry, G. Yeah, that's too much pressure on him. Pressure bust pipes. We have only Chris Rivers in the building. Say word.
Word.
AKA Big Pun's son. I know you're trying to make a name for yourself because it has, at this point, you're how old now? You gotta be a little bit tired of hearing Big Pun's son at this point. But you would like to hear your own name once in a while, right?
Yeah, no, it's happening. Like, people approach me and say, oh, you Chris Rivers? I'm like, fuck yeah, I am.
Yeah!
Fuck yeah, some Chris Rivers. Motherfucker. Just hug him, like, and it's just, yeah, like, it's happening. Like, I'm getting more recognized for, like, what I'm doing opposed to just being somebody, so it's dope. You know what I'm saying?
You have a striking resemblance to your dad.
Hey, man, genetics.
I'm looking at you real crazy in the face. If y'all see him, check the Ustream. He look like a younger version of your father, like when he was in his bodybuilding days and whatnot, all of that. How long has it been since Big Pun passed away?
13 years.
Really, that long? So you were 6?
Yeah, your math is impeccable.
You remember a lot about it? And at 6 years old, how much could you remember?
It's decent. Like I got like, you know what I'm saying, I can't pinpoint, like it's not very vivid, but I do have like, you know, memories and shit like that. Like a lot of it is in the studio or in hotels or like, you know what I'm saying, go like shows she did and shit like that. Just a bunch of shit, but not as vivid as my sister. So, you know what I'm saying?
You're the baby.
Yeah, I'm the youngest.
So, do you really feel the impact, being that it was 13 years ago, that your father had on this hip-hop game? Because there really hasn't been a Latino rapper as good, as dope since.
I mean, yeah, he's like the best. I mean, not like scratch the.
I mean, he's top 5.
Yeah,
I was about to say.
Even the Latino,
but
like just rappers in general. So
yes.
And the impact is real. Like when I was younger, it was hard to feel. Like everything was just like, you know what I'm saying. I'm 6. I grew up in it, so it's like it's different. Like just watching him do like everything he does, it just seemed natural. But like at his funeral, like we was at the Ortiz funeral home in Castle Hill, and like the streets
I was there.
was like flooded. With
The whole block was.
And like there was people like we inside.
Love was unbelievable.
Yeah, and it's an open casket. And we got people that never met him before. There's people inside. Some dude runs up to the casket, rips his shirt off his back, and just drops to his knees and starts screaming and praying. I'm just like, oh my this dude never met him before. So just seeing that, like back then I'm 6, so I was still like fathoming the concept of like, yeah, and like really like knowing. So like, but looking back on those memories and shit like that, I can see how much of an impact he had. And even 13 years later, like people still like just the respect that I get over just his. Again, I don't have any sense of entitlement. Like I'm like, respect him for what he did, but still like just seeing that, like how much of my input, like people coming like, you understand, your father raised me, you know, shit like that. It's just like,
yo, Pablo was for real, and he was a funny dude, yo. He was hilarious, yo. Anytime he came up when I was working at Hot, and he always had, you know, people always had some kind of fad joke, and he always had a comeback. He was hitting your ass.
You gotta be ready, yo. You gotta be ready. Like people already got like fucking like, and when something's obvious, like the fat jokes was obvious. It's like you gonna have to.
That was too obvious.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like my teeth. Like you make fun of my teeth. Like come on, son. I have my teeth. Like I've been my whole life with this shit. I done heard every fucking joke in the universe, so it's like I got a rebuttal. Like it's just like.
So it's all good. Like
yeah, like it's cool.
You got tough skin to that shit right there.
You got it. You can't come in here. So.
How are you and Fat Joe at this point?
There's really no relationship. You know what I'm saying? I have no animosity towards the dude. We don't have a relationship at all.
Is that because, like, I know him and your mother's relationship kind of soured years ago?
Yeah, I mean, my whole direction is like, one, my father died when I was 6, and I don't really recall seeing him. And like, I don't know, like, I don't ask my mom about whatever the fuck, like, the
like him dropping by,
you know,
gifts or being around Christmas or none of that. No Uncle Joey.
If it happened, I'm not aware of it. You know what I'm saying? All I know is that what we've been through, we've been homeless, we've been in shelters, we me struggling and shit like that. But I don't ask my mom anything about what happened between them and Bob Block, cause like my thing into this is I'm all about progression and shit like that. I'm not gonna inherit any problems or beefs or any like so my shit is just like like I said, I got no animosity towards the dude, got no problem, but like just non-association. Because if I start associating with him, then it's like I'm gonna either confirm or deconfirm what one of them said, or people are gonna come up with this whole new idea, shit like that. So just to like not open that kind of worms, I just stay away.
Because it was a lot of stuff in the press about maybe Joe not being as gracious with a lot of funds publishing to your family and financial stuff.
Yeah, probably. Like I said, like that's my mom.
That's your mom's stuff.
Yeah, my mom would know. Like I had like I stay out of it because I don't want to get bombarded with those questions. One and two, it's like I don't even want to get involved. Like that's not my.
So your stance is like you just want a clean slate. Like you don't want to bring none of that negative over to
for what? You know what I'm saying? It's like
because
now, it's a game of problems.
Exactly. So because now you are trying to be in this game. You are trying to make music by your own accord.
Exactly. Look at you understand it.
Yeah, I'm with you, baby.
Yeah,
I got you.
That's what it is, and it's like
I want them to understand.
Yeah. The world needs to, because it's like I don't want to inherit any beef. Like I said, that was my father's dealings, that's my mom's dealings, and I respect it all, blah blah. But it's like I'm not inheriting any problems, and it's like that's my father's accomplishments, and that's my father's, everything that he did, and I'm not trying to ride off any coattails.
Trying to make your own.
Yeah,
Are you a little nervous that your dad was one of the greatest MCs? It's kind of hard to,
Yeah,
it's like Michael Jordan's son. Like, your jump shot ain't right. Like,
yeah, it's a double-edged sword, because like people, I was talking to Shaka earlier about it, like it was like people more willing to listen. You know what I mean? They're more willing to listen. Definitely, like big
but their expectations are high.
Now it's the expectation, and then it's like the expectations. I'm gonna get critiqued, like I see it now, like comments, everything, blah blah. And niggas just oh, he's whack. And my shit is just like I'm whack. You think I'm whack because you're comparing me to my pops. Some people think I can live out to blah blah, but one, I'm not trying to be like my father. Two, I'm only whack because you wanted me to sound like him, or you thought I should sound like him. But if I wasn't my father, you would have called me whack. So it's like it's this whole critique.
You done analyzed it.
So it's just mad shit. Cause
put
it's
it in the tumbler and all of that shit. It came out on the other end.
It's just mad shit. So it's like just living out of the shadow, all that shit. So it's just,
only one way to find out, Chris, and that's to see if the record is muy buen or no bueno. Which one is it gonna be? So let's hear something, G Money. You got I sent you Chris a couple of joints from Chris. You got something you can play? Let's pop something in.
Yes.
Heat it up one time.
Wonderland of Misery on datpiff.com. Free download. Yeah, my fucking mixtape.
All of that.
All that shit.
We should have put that up again.